Hey kids, Professor Peterskin here. Today we're going to talk about
Nuclear bomb.
So what is?
Nuclear bomb.
Well, it all starts when
In 1942, a very large, very secretive project is undertaken by US government in interest of achieving swift decided victory of Second World War. After establishing a list of potential locations, representatives of Army Corps of Engineers and DuPont Corporation visit tiny community of Hanfissord, Washington to determine if site is adequate for massive operation. This project would require no less than 190 square miles of secure space, 25,000 gallons flow water per minute, and electrical supply of at least 100,000 kilowatts. Fortunately, the recently constructed Cooley Dam could accommodate this massive electrical need, and Hanford site was chosen as base of operation. Ridiculous Proletariat miniature car travel blog has covered this dam's construction in video called Cool Dry Well. You should look, it is strangely entertaining. The nature of this clandestine endeavor is production of weapons-grade plutonium for nuclear bomb. DuPont was tasked with constructing incredible amount of structure for project, but to avoid acquiring label of wartime profit here, as they had in First War of Worlds for manufacture of gunpowder, they insist to do job for operating expense plus $1 American, of which they receive only 67 cents. With over 300 production building, over 1,000 support facility, and miles of fence, they resist typical American urge of capitalist gain for altruistic Russian ideal of hard work for no pay. After site is chosen in late 1942, nearby townsfolk, native tribes, and even corpses are displaced to make way for bomb material factory. Not so much is known about nuclear radiations in these times, but many precautions are taken to ensure safety of workers. Strict policy of secrecy is enforced so that many constructing and maintaining site have no idea what they are even working on. It is like Iron Curtain. Russia would be proud. Yet, while hearty Russian people bear brunt of ferocious Nazi onslaught, Americans fiddle with silly nuclear toy. Construction of production facilities is completed in September of 1944, merely 1 year and 3 months after selection of location. This is, impressive. Even with 9 reactors at height of production, acquiring sufficient plutonium for proper reaction is arduous process.
Извините, но вам нужно что-нибудь? Я покупил немного водки. Что-нибудь есть еще? Нет, охудай. Сука, блядь.
Forgive intrusion. You are perhaps familiar with terminology of atom. What is split the atom? Inside nucleus of atom exists minute particles, proton and neutron. Proton have positive electrical charge. Neutron has no electrical charge, is neutral, like cowardly Swiss in Second World War. Proton and neutron are smushed together in nucleus of atom. Because things with same electrical property do not like to be too close together, the protons, having all positive charge, are tried to repel. However, much like peasant farmers of Russian Republic grow wheat against their will, proton are forced to stay close inside nucleus of atom against will, by what is called nuclear force. Clever name, yes? Most material maintain proportion of proton and neutron, making them relatively stable. But when certain conditions are met, normally high particle density, these forces create high energy within atom that can be emitted. This is what we call radiations. Radiations come in many forms, is complicated. Just know that these are high energy particle. While radioactive material release energy all of time, a chain reaction of splitting nuclei is what is called critical mass. One atom ejects particle, which strikes another atom, causing it to eject particle, and so on. Is tremendous release of energy. Nuclear fission bomb requires particular type of plutonium because critical mass is much lower than uranium. Takes less radioactive metal to make boom. It was the task of Hanford facility to produce this plutonium. While it was Italian-born physicist Enrico Fermi to first achieve nuclear reaction in laboratory, and it was glorious Russian engineers who detonated largest atomic device ever, the magnificent Tsar bomb, Americans get slight credit for achieving first atomic explosion. Though strangely, director of Los Alamos test site Robert Oppenheimer allegedly says to press that this was first atomic bomb in modern time. The first atomic test is achieved in summer of 1945. The first plutonium bomb is dropped on August 9, 1945 over Nagasaki, Japan. A prior nuclear detonation taking place on August 6 with smaller uranium bomb produced in Oak Ridge, Tennessee facility. Americans have funny name for this state. Tennessee. Heh. This did in fact result in almost immediate surrender of Japanese military that American pig dogs anticipate. Since Non-Proliferation Treaty, large-scale production of nuclear weapon has ceased. Though fortunately, current president of glorious Russian Republic and smelly fake-hair American puppet are finally making intelligent and well-conceived threats about reinstigating nuclear arms race. Even though decaying and long outdated Hanfissord facility is over 70-year-old, Russian government still sends inspectors every year to ensure treacherous Americans are not using facility for plutonium production. Probably inspectors just want free trip to United States and chance to purchase cheap American denim trousers. Currently, Hanfissord site is mostly dismantled, serving as popular tourist destination, though between some of the buildings and the 177 underground storage tanks, it is the most highly contaminated radioactive site in all of America. Efficient Russian people would not waste time with such concept, but to each his own, da?
So Jesse and I took the Hanford tour. It's really awesome. Learned a lot. I recommend it. And at the end, they give everybody a bottle of this mysterious radioactive liquid. They said not to drink it, but they didn't say anything about pouring it on your head. So let's give that a try. I really don't feel anything. Oh, that's what that is. That makes sense now. Kind of.
Спасибо за просмотр.